Hello. We as humans spend a lot of time thinking about time. What is time? We build our entire lives around it. What exactly is it? Time was spoken of twice, in two different aspects in the biblical narrative of the creation of the world. Um, the opening line in the Bible is Bereshit, that usually translated as "in the beginning." And there's a wide variety of explanations as to what exactly that means. Um, I'm just going to take it at the simplest manner of saying at the beginning is a beginning of time. It's explained at the beginning is the creation of the concept of time, and that is the sort of the um, sometimes difficult to explain concept of a passage of time that is independent of the world, independent of events, I should say, of the world. It was created because even outside of creation, it's understood that there is no concept of time. Therefore, it is a created thing that is sort of the backdrop that everything else that occurs um, sort of is painted on the canvas of a passage of time. The other part of time is the concept of events that occur. One event occurs after another event, and at the end of each day, or most days, it would say the evening, and then it was morning, this day or that day. So this is a recognition of the past of events being another way of understanding time. It's more of a tangible awareness of time. The events, one thing after another occurring, is sort of the animalistic way of seeing that. An animal will see one event occurring and then another event occurring, and then the animal responds as such. Um, I've noticed that pigeons will feed where they find food, unless a pedigree falcon is nearby, swoops in and knocks out one of the pigeons, and then the pigeons leave for a period of time. Maybe after some days or weeks go by, they might go back to that spot if they feel that the falcon is not near. So it's the reaction to events that animals understand. There's instinctual understandings of some birds will migrate south in the autumn and migrate north in the in the spring, because there's an awareness of moving in response to the weather. And this is a normal animal, and humans are made similar to the animals to the extent that we also respond to events. We see events and we respond to it, and that's a way of understanding time. And many of our we mark time. It's not so cognitive today because we're in a mechanistic post-industrial revolution time when we've created so many ways of measuring time that are not natural. But when we were more of a natural sort, we understood the day was when based upon the solar cycle, the lunar cycle would define the month, the seasons would define the year. We even had a concept of a week that was defined by the seven planets. The way the seven planets were understood by the people who were more in connection with nature. So we have all of these ideas that are event-oriented, that are part of what we do as humans, and that's our animalistic side. We also have a concept of time existing as a continuum outside of all of these events. This is more of the heavenly understanding of time. Heaven is also created, part of the created world, but heaven is a different way of understanding it. And it understands the time as a continuum outside of events. Humans have the ability to think in both terms, in both the animalistic, which is how we spend most of our time, also in the more the spiritual, heavenly thought process of there being this idea of time that exists outside of events. So because we have this dual capacity, it's in the uniquely human quality to have this dual capacity to think in terms of both events and also outside of events, that we have the ability to rethink things and change the way we respond. Now, the pigeon that responds to the falcon and then stays out of that particular location for a period of time, that's still, it hasn't really changed the nature of the pigeon. The pigeon is still going to do everything according to how the pigeon's instinct tells the pigeon what to do, and it'll change for a short period of time and then go back based on its nature and based on events. There hasn't been a falcon attack for a week, so I guess we can go back there. Humans have the ability to think, the ability to get outside of events, to actually change the instinct that the person is living by. And we have the ability to change aspects of who we are. If we do something and we realize it wasn't the right thing to do, we have the ability to repent, to change our ways in a manner that would not be an animalistic manner, but would rather be call it a spiritual manner. We have the ability to operate outside of the control of events and be able to control who we are as a person, and hopefully make ourselves better people in the process. And that takes us so that then when we respond to the same event in the future, we'll respond in a different way. The pigeon will always run away from the falcon, but a human can change who it is and can actually have control over the events themselves. Thank you.